Myself S.C. Pandey from Tagore Public School, Surajgarh. As I have delivered the different lectures for class 11th CBSE chapter 3. Today the main topic of chapter 3 is pteridophytes. Pteridophytes, generally known as the Greek word two meanings has given. One is pteron, means the weave, plus phyton means plants. Pteron means here wheel. So wheel-like structure, but the pteridophyte generally called as reptile of the plant kingdom. These are called as reptiles of the plant kingdom. Reptiles of the plant kingdom as common name for pteridophytes. Sometimes pteridophyte also called as primitive vascular plant. Primitive vascular plant term has given for pteridophyte because vascular bundles develop in the division pteridophyte of the plant kingdom. Pteridophyte studied under the pteridology. So, study of pteridophyte occur in pteridology. As I have discussed already about the study of bryophytes occur in the bryology, study of algae occur in the phycology. Likewise, study of pteridophytes occur in the pteridology. Pteridophytes generally evolve in the Ordovician period. So, this period Ordovician period called golden age for pteridophyte. Golden age for the pteridophytes is Ordovician period. Pteridophytes generally called as horns. So, horns term has given for pteridophytes. Like amphibian of plant kingdom, term has given for bryophyte. So here first term given for pteridophytes. Pteridophytes evolved before 35 million years ago. So important point is pteridophytes develop on the earth before 35 million years ago. Which is given by the term mya in brief. Mya means million year ago. Pteridophyte generally has terrestrial nature. Terrestrial habit mostly means grow on the land, but few are aquatic. Aquatic means can grow in the water also. Aquatic habitat also found, as in terrestrial habitat has noticed in few, but few are aquatic nature also. For example, azolla, fern, and salvinia. Pteridophyte has simple types of plants. In the pteridophytes, generally root and sometimes the leaves also present. Root and leaves also absent. So question arises, how pteridophyte absorb water from the soil? Presence of rhizome or rhizoid, sometimes rhizome, absorb the water in few cases. Pteridophytes as classification of pteridophyte one very important point. Classification of pteridophytes into the four subdivision or four classes, four subdivision. As classification of pteridophytes into four subdivisions. Subdivision first is called as Psilopsida. It is called as Psilopsida, in which one fossil plant which is called as Rhynia. Rhynia is fossil pteridophyte, and another is Psilotum, which is living. Psilotum generally root and leaves are absent in the Psilotum. Second subdivision is Lycopsida. In Lycopsida subdivision, important examples are Lycopodium and Selaginella. Lycopodium and Selaginella are two examples of Lycopsida. Main characters are like microphyll, means small leaves, and macrophylls, means large leaves present. Next important character is seed habit present. Seed habit found in Selaginella. Species. Third subdivision is Sphenopsida. Sphenopsida subdivision has one example called as Equisetum. As I have discussed already, Equisetum is as commonly known as horse-tail plant because the structure of such pteridophyte is like horse tail. Important characters are like the nodes and internodes present. Next important character is presence of microphylls on the nodes. Third important character is strobilus present. Strobilus found as reproductive structure or reproductive part. Fourth important character is these are grow by the rhizome in soil. Fourth subdivision is Pteropsida. Pteropsida generally in Pteropsida subdivision, good example are Pteris and Dryopteris. Pteris and Dryopteris commonly called as ferns. Here, important character of Pteropsida are these are walking fern. Walking fern, very important point. Walking fern name has given for Adiantum. These are the brief discussion about the classification of pteridophytes into the four classes as four subdivision. First one is Psilopsida, which good example of living pteridophyte is Psilotum, in which very important character is root and leaves are absent in the Psilotum. It is considered as first vascular plant also. Second one is Lycopsida, in which Lycopodium and Selaginella present. Lycopsida commonly called as club mosses. Common name is club mosses for Lycopsida. And important characters are microphylls, means small leaves, and macrophylls, means large leaves present. Means both type of leaves present. This condition is called as heterophily. Here, seed habit found in Selaginella. It means germination of the as diploid structure after fertilization occur on the plant sporangium. That is why it is called as seed habit, which is found in the Selaginella, a member of Lycopsida. Third subdivision is Sphenopsida, which good example is Equisetum, and this Equisetum common name is horsetail plant. As I have discussed already in previous lecture, important characters are nodes and internodes present. At the node, mainly microphylls. Microphylls means small size leaves found on the nodes part. Next character is strobilus, is the reproductive structure, reproductive part present. And last one, these are grow by the rhizome in soil. Fourth subdivision is Pteropsida, Pteropsida, in which Important examples are pteris and Dryopteris. These are commonly called as ferns, and these are walking fern. Walking fern name has given for Adiantum. This is medical question. This is medical question. After the important characteristics of the plants given in the different subdivisions, I want to tell you about the reproduction in pteridophyte. In pteridophyte, reproduction is mainly two types. As reproduction in pteridophyte are of two types. One is known as vegetative reproduction, in which the reproduction has done by the rhizome, by the underground rhizome, by the underground rhizome. And second one is by the perinating bud, perinating bud. As second mode of vegetative reproduction. Second type is known as sexual reproduction. As sexual reproduction case, generally in the life cycle, two phases are found in pteridophyte. Plant body is sporophyte in nature. As in sexual reproduction, generally the spores germinate, which produces prothallus, a form of gametophyte which contain antheridium and archegonium, where fertilization occurs, formation of diploid oospore which germinates and produces the again a new sporophyte. So sexual reproduction in pteris, I want to explain as good example of fern. Here, first of all, I will notice the pteris plant, which generally has large size, such type of leaves structure. Large size, such type of leaf structure in the pteris called as the fronds. This is called as frond, F-R-O-N-D. This is frond, and small as spring-like structure present at the base, which is newly formed leaves, and this is dichotomous branched rhizome. The spring-shaped structure, this is the circinate vernation in the new leaf, and this frond is called as old leaf, which is generally large size. This structure is dichotomous rhizome. Dichotomous rhizome is characteristics of the pteris and Dryopteris like fern. From the node part, there is presence of the roots also. So roots develop at the node part of the rhizome. On the rhizome, very small size outgrowth present. These outgrowth also present on the such type of stem, underground stem, and others small size frond. So this small size outgrowth is called as ramenta. So this is the structure of the terrace, as structure of terrace or structure of fern plant. In this, the spores bearing structure of the leaves, here spores are present. So this is called as sporophyll, and sporophyll contain sporangium. Sporangium in broad, in case of terrace, it shown here having the such type of jacket cell, as jacket cell which are made one side, it has the small opening which is called as stomium. By the stomium there are presence of the mega, as the spore mother cell, you can say, present here. Spore mother cell by the meiosis develop anthrozoid, you can say develop multicellular spore. Multicellular spore present in the spore. Here this is jacket which surround the sporangium, and this is stalk. Now from the sporangium, as the spores which are multicellular surrounded by the two wall layer, one is outer part called enzyme, another is inner part called intine. Generally, spore germination result formation of the prothallus or gametophyte. So germination of spore result, the spore form the a type of green color structure which generally known as by the name fern prothallus. Fern prothallus which has such type of structure, triangular shape structure with the a notch, and cells are green in color. Here presence of many roots like colorless outgrowth at the lower part of the prothallus, and presence of antheridia at the lower part, and archigonia which neck present downward present near the notch. Near the notch, archigonia present which has egg cell, ventral cell, and neck cell. All the cells bear chlorophyll, hence prothallus has green color. Prothallus has green color structure which is monoecious. So this is the structure of the horn prothallus. So here it is structure of prothallus. Structure of prothallus means structure of gametophyte. Prothallus is good example of gametophyte. This gametophyte which contains the root which is colorless and archegonia near the notch and antheridia which present at lower part. Antheridia is male reproductive structure. From antheridia, development of the anthrozoid, as antheridia which has generally a spherical form which has here the cells as first and second. Here first and second cell, then the next cell. These are the first and this is the second. These first and second cells are called as ring cell. First ring cell and second ring cell and third one is lead cell. So three type of cell present in the antheridium. This is the antheridium by which the anthrozoid, which is generally multiflagellate structure, anthrozoids with a single nucleus produces. This is anthrozoids, or you can say this is male gamete. So multiflagellate anthrozoid develop in the antheridium. This is the structure of antheridium as male reproductive structure by which anthrozoids or male gamete develop. Male gamete which reaches in the archegonium. Here this archegonium which has broader part at the bottom, presence of the egg cell, then ventral canal cell and two nuclei present in the neck cell, which are surrounded by the four vertical column of neck canal cell. This is the structure of archegonium. As archegonia which has egg cell and ventral canal cell, above part is called as neck cell, and this neck cell contain two nuclei. This archegonia when mature, then the anthrozoids which reaches in the archegonia and fuses with the egg cell. Multiflagellated anthrozoids here fuses with the egg cell. Anthrozoids which is called as male gamete and egg cell which is called as female gamete. Both gametes fuses, then the neck canal cell, ventral canal cells which generally dissolve and produces a chemical. So these anthrozoids which reaches near the such structure by the chemotactic movement. After this, production of the diploid oospore, then oospore divides and redivides. Here produces the multicellular structure, and this is the first leaf, this is the root part, and this is the sporophyte plant developed by the, here sporophyte is diploid plant, in pteridophyte developed by the diploid structure which is called as oospore. Oospore is diploid structure developed after the fertilization, and this diagram shows for fertilization where male and female gamete fuses in the archegonium. This is the total life cycle of the fern. In this way, the pteridophyte has explained in the very brief by the life cycles, and economic importance of ferns are also very less. So economic importance I want to tell you within 1 minute. That is the one pteridophyte which is used as the biofertilizer, like the biofertilizer used as, for example, azolla in the paddy crop, which fixes nitrogen by the presence of cyanobacteria. Azolla in paddy crop, here nitrogen fixation by cyanobacteria Ana vina occur. Ana vina occur. Second important point is the pteridophyte which is called as Selaginella. Selaginella rupestris, which is called as Sanjeevani, act as Sanjeevani. And third very important part of the pteridophyte as grow ornamental plant, means these are grow as ornamental plants. And fourth last important point for economic importance of pteridophyte, few pteridophyte like the Angioteris or Angioteris, the heart part or the cortical part used in cough treatment. So these are the economic importance of pteridophyte. Please like, share and subscribe my channel Super Classes. Thanks.